What we're going to go over now is some special effects that you can apply to both videos and sounds. So I'm just going to be working with the sound, but bear in mind that you can do all of this with a video as well. So what I'd like to do in this slide is have a situation where there's a sound that I can start playing when I click Dooney over here, and then I can click it again to pause the sound, and then click it again to restart the sound from where I left off, and do that as many times as I want. So the first step is obviously going to be to insert some kind of a sound. So I'm going to go Insert, Sound from File, and I'm going to choose this one small step file. And I'm going to put it on to when clicked. So here we have the sound file. Now, because I want this to play when Dooney is clicked, I don't really need this to be visible. And to be honest, right now it just looks kind of arbitrary. And so what I'm going to do is, with this sound clip selected, if I'm under the Home tab, I need to make sure that I go here to Sound Tools and Options. And right here towards the left, we have this box for Hide During Show. So that means that when you're playing a slideshow, you won't see this at all. Okay. Now, because this is selected, we can see here in the Animations panel, we have one small step, and it's got a trigger. And that trigger is actually itself. So it's set to play when you click it. Now what we want is for this to play when we click the word Dooney. So we're going to change this, and we're going to go down and find there, text box for Dooney. Okay. So let's just see how we're doing so far. If we click slideshow, number one, we don't see the little icon down here, so that's good. And if we click Dooney, we can hear our sound clip. So far, so good. Now what we need to do is set a way for this to pause. So I'm going to click on the sound clip again, and I'm going to click Add Effect. And in addition to the 4 sets that we normally get, we here have sound actions. If this was a movie file, we'd have movie actions. And I'm going to select Pause. So now you can see that one small step actually has 2 animations applied to it. One of them is play. And we can see, if we check, that this is going to play when we click the text box Dooney. So now we need to tell PowerPoint that we want it to pause also when we click Dooney. So we're going to put in a trigger, and again it's going to be text box for Dooney. So the way we've got it set up now, the first time we click Dooney, the clip is going to start playing. Then when we click it again, it's going to pause, and then when we click it after that, it will play again. So let's just see if that's going to work for us. So we click Dooney. We can hear our sound clip. We click it again, and it's paused. So we can click Dooney again. And then we click again to pause. Now we're almost there at this stage, but there's just one problem, which is that every time we pause the file and click it again, it's starting from the beginning. So we want this to start from where we left off when we pause it. So what we need to do is we need to go to the animation that is playing this file. If we click the down arrow and go to Effect Options, we can see here we can choose to start playing from the beginning or from last position. Incidentally, we also have from time. If we set this to 20 seconds, then every time this animation is played, it's going to play from the 20th second of that sound clip. But for now, what we want is last position. So every time this animation happens, it's going to remember the last position that it got to and play from there. So let's see how that works. I'm going to click OK and go into slideshow, and we click Dooney, and we click again to pause, and then when we click one more time,
That's one small step for man.
So we can hear that it's carried on from where we left off. We've got one small step for man, and then
one giant leap for mankind.
okay, so there you go. So that's a good technique you could use if you want to perhaps play some kind of like musical chairs game. There can be a song playing and the teacher can just click a certain link or a word whenever they want to pause the sound and then allow it to start playing again. Just a few other things. If you look in the Sound Tools options bar, you can change the volume at which the sound is going to play in your slideshow, and you can change the height and width of the icon and various other things.